What's your welcome back in another Poem Master video, and today we're gonna check out the new Summer Hilda and Shiny Grapploct. Look, is Shiny Grapploct and Hilda that bad? No, it's still like it's still a usable unit, right? I mean, it's a support, it's a tank, it's an extra body in Legendary Gauntlet, right? You know, more extra bodies that are at least reliable, right? I mean, it's not like she's gonna be a complete bum in Legendary Arena, right? She's at least gonna be there, take a few hits, right? If you have 3 out of 5, debuff the opponent's defenses a bit, right, as well. Switch up some stats, which could be really nice in certain Legendary Arenas, right? Especially something like a Latios, right? That would be nice, at least. But otherwise, her usage is kind of limited, I'd say, overall. It's just like, if you look at all the other units that have come out this year alone, she's just not on you know, those kind of levels, right, unfortunately. But yeah, like, she's still going to be a usable unit. It's just going to be very hard to actually use her, right? So anyways, let's try out then. Let's try out. So yeah, this is what we're gonna run. We're gonna have Flag Bearer here, Team Sharp Entry, Disarming Retaliation, which, you know, the opponent hits us, debuffs their defense by 1, right? Got Brick Break, Staggering, see if we get a flinch in here or not, which is slightly ironic because we have Celebi on this team, which wouldn't make that obviously very useful. So look, a lot of her stuff on the grid really are all situational, right? It depends on what teams you're using, what opponents you're facing. As for all units in the game, but it's well, almost all, but like, it's more specific for her specifically, right? MP refresh on her, the gutsy, so hopefully that could, you know, get MP refresh, max out our team's defenses, which would be nice, right? So we're gonna try this out with some physical damage healers, right? Over here, Sonya could also use the extra, you know, defense debuffs that she could offer from her passive for insult to injury multipliers, and then I guess Lyra could also use the extra again stat debuffs that she could potentially give the opponent from her getting hit, debuffing the opponent's defenses, or topsy-turvy to revert any stats to negative stats for Celebi's power play over here, right? So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna go, you know, full offensives, right, with strength, so we'll see how she could take hits as well. And let's try this. We do have a fighting gear here, by the way, if you're wondering. Okay, let's see. So since we do have Sharp Entry over here, we only really, you know, need to do this. 1 dart hit all plus, and then we'll have our team's, you know, stuff maxed out, which is nice. All right, they're gonna hit us with a bulldoze, which, you know, slightly sucks because speed debuffs, but again, that will debuff the opponent's physical defenses, right, as you can see there, which is nice at least. Probably should have Razor Leaf there instead, but oh well, it's too late now. Do I not have the gauges? Wow, we did not have the gauges. That's a miscalculation on my part. Yeah, I totally should have Razor Leaf there then. Yikes. Well, on the bright side, it gives us an extra turn to debuff the opponent's stats. Maybe. Can you buff something so we can use Topsy-Turvy? Can you buff something, please? I mean, I'm not that worried because it's like Celebi, right? I mean, we would be fine even if we didn't have the gauge or Qs or stuff. We do have move gauge acceleration, but it does have to be after using a status move, right? So we could use one here. Ah, we didn't crit. We did not crit there. Anyways, let's get a protect in. Get a protect in. So there we could get our move gauge acceleration now, which is obviously very nice and helpful and useful. Except we used the wrong move there. We should have went. Okay, well, it doesn't matter, I guess. But obviously should have went for the Grassy Glide. No point not doing that, I guess. Now we have the grass terrain, which sucks because we don't have grassy terrain up for that one, right? There we go. That's a protect. It's basically what you'd expect, right? It's not like a 2-turn thing or whatever. Like, what was it called again? The other thing was. So on that end, it's very nice. The unfortunate thing about this is that our enemies never buffed their stats. They never buffed their stats, so we never got to use Topsy-Turvy. That it is what it is, right? I mean, I guess we could force them to buff their stats if we really wanted to, right? We could force them to buff their stats by going, by, you know, applying flinch, right? If we really wanted to, so we do like something like this to start. Maybe we should use protect a bit earlier, honestly, now that I think about it. Right, we could maybe do that. Maybe that will prompt them to, but we got MP refresh there, so I want to use that instead. Maybe that would, like, prompt them to, buff some stats there. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Alright. Except they don't have any positive stats because we already debuffed their defenses, which, now that I think about it, is also an issue. Right? Because they don't have any negative stats. Well, at least the mid doesn't. So we can't even debuff any stats there. Because they're all positive. Because we already debuffed their defenses before. So a +2 defense buff from them is just like... It just goes from... -2 to 0. ±0. I mean, it works over there, but again, that's just the side, right? We got unlucky. It is what it is. It was defense buffs. Which, because we are also, again, debuffing their defenses, so when they do buff their defenses, nothing really happens, which in that case, we would rather them not buff their defenses at all. So, come on, we gotta find a stage that could actually buff themselves a bit more. All right, let's try another stage. Maybe they buff their stats a bit more over here, right? I remember they do come in with some stat buffs, if I remember correctly, something like that, right? Anyways, regardless, yeah. Oh yeah, they have Fierce Entry plus. Oh, speed buffs immediate. Thank you very much. But the thing with speed buffs is I don't really care if we debuff their speed though. It doesn't really do much. So, damn, I guess. Well, there's some defense buffs there, at least. So, that's cool. Waterfall. We avoided it. That's not good. I needed us to get hit so we get the attack buffs for Emmet here. Damn. Well, that slightly sucks. Okay, let's protect, maybe, because we're weak to psychic, so, you know, your Nicholas might hit us with, like, a psychic move. Well, okay, we could reverse their buffs here, but we also just killed them with one move, so... Okay. Can I please? All right, maybe this time we'll chill. Let's not sync them. Let's just give them like a turn or two, just so we can actually just use Topsy-Turvy, man. It's like the main like thing in the kit. It's just not that. It's very, very, very unreliable, man. It's just very unreliable. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, now they're not buffing stats anymore. Come on, man. X defense all at least. Wouldn't mind it here this time. Oh, there's some X defense all. That could get it to what, +2, right? All right. Again, let's chill with these guys first. Let's get a Topsy-Turvy in there. Oh, again, the speed debuffs don't really matter that much, so. But like we could do it again because they got some more speed, you know, stats we could take down. Well, we could have done it against the sides to get that extra minus, or we could have used protect and protect ourselves from the psychic. Yeah, it's just gonna be very, very specifically useful, right? There's just like very, very specific scenarios where she's gonna be really, really nice. Especially like scripted stages, if you know what the opponents are gonna do, if they're gonna buff anything or whatever, right? It's gonna be really, really nice there. But like otherwise, It's just really just up to luck, man. It's up to it's up to the RNG gods, all right, to see if she could actually debuff something useful, or just be a potato sitting there for most of the game. Other than, again, the passive defense debuffs or special defense debuffs, I do think are definitely nice, right? I definitely do think those are nice, but otherwise, she's just a tank, which again is cool. Nothing wrong with the tank, but just doesn't do too much outside of that, which is slightly disappointing, right? So anyways, that's me this one, I guess. Hope y'all remember, guys. Think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the video, subscribe my channel for some more comments and comments, I guess, in the next one.